With just a few games left before the curtain falls on the season, Rangers find themselves with nothing left to play for. The campaign in many ways is already over. The results on the pitch no longer matter. All eyes have turned towards the boardroom and what could become one of the most pivotal off seasons in recent club history. The real action now is happening off the field, and it's coming thick and fast. The focus is now fixed on the imminent takeover of the club by 49ers Enterprises and Andrew Kavanagh, a move that could reshape the future at Ibrox, ushering in a fresh era, not just in leadership, but in ambition, investment, and football philosophy. After a season that never quite delivered what the fans hoped for, the talk now is not about chasing trophies, but about rebuilding from the top down. The takeover. News is gaining serious momentum, with sources close to the matter confirming that discussions have intensified over the past few weeks. This isn't just speculation anymore, it's happening, and it's happening quickly. With the end of the campaign in sight, Rangers are expected to move swiftly on multiple fronts, completing the boardroom transition, appointing a new permanent manager, and beginning an overhaul of a squad that has underperformed for far too long. Meanwhile, Peter Lovenkrands has issued a pointed warning to the club, urging those in charge not to repeat past mistakes when it comes to handling key players. Referencing the departures of Alfredo Morelos and Ryan Kent, two players who left Ibrox for nothing after years of service and significant contributions, Lovenkrands made it clear that lessons must be learned. His concern now is centered on Nicholas Raskin, one of the standout performers in an otherwise underwhelming season. The Belgian midfielder made his debut for the senior national team in March and has been arguably Rangers Player of the Year, delivering consistent performances in the heart of midfield. Lovenkrands' message was clear: Rangers need to be smarter. He pointed out how Celtic time and time again have shown the value of moving players on at the right time. Develop talent, showcase it, then sell for a profit and reinvest. It's a formula that has served their city rivals well. Rangers, on the other hand, have held on to key players too long, only to watch them leave for free. The club missed out on sizable transfer fees for Morelos and Kent, and in today's financial climate, that's not a mistake you can afford to make more than once. He posed a difficult but necessary question. What's the plan for Raskin? Do you build a squad around him, hoping he stays and leads the next era at Ibrox? Or do you cash in while his value is high and use that money to fund a much-needed rebuild? It's a classic football dilemma, one that speaks volumes about the direction Rangers must take moving forward. Lovenkrands didn't speculate on an exact value for Raskin, but suggested that if Premier League clubs are interested, the asking price could be significant. Still, he stressed the club needs to think strategically. If Raskin is the most valuable asset right now, then every decision surrounding him must be made with care. And speaking of value and vision, the biggest story around Rangers right now isn't even on the pitch, it's in the boardroom. The 49ers Enterprises takeover, led by Andrew Kavanagh, is moving ahead with real intent. With Leeds United having secured promotion to the Premier League, the group's attention has shifted towards completing their plans at Ibrox. Parag Maratha, chairman of Leeds and a key figure in the 49ers setup, is reportedly involved in the talks to take control of Rangers. Andrea Radrizzani, the former Leeds owner, recently revealed that Maratha has been in regular contact discussing not just developments at Elland Road, but also opportunities north of the border. According to Radrizzani, Maratha has been busy at Rangers, exploring new possibilities for the club. The connection between the two clubs and the ambitions of 49ers Enterprises suggests this takeover isn't just about stabilizing finances or shuffling executives. It's about pushing Rangers into a new competitive space. The club released a statement last month confirming that productive talks were underway between current stakeholders and the consortium, with the aim of reaching an agreement that includes a significant capital injection. If all goes according to plan, Rangers will enter the summer under new ownership, backed by fresh investment and a renewed sense of direction. And that brings us to the managerial search, a crucial piece of the puzzle. The club is actively looking for a permanent head coach to take the reins once the season ends. Whoever takes over won't just inherit a big job. They'll inherit expectations that come with decades of tradition and European pedigree. Rangers fans don't just demand results. They expect a certain standard of football, a certain fight in every match, and a roadmap that leads back to the top. And there's more brewing. The Red Bull connection, which has been growing quietly behind the scenes, might soon take center stage. With 49ers, enterprises preparing to step in their commercial partnerships, and global reach could bring new opportunities to Ibrox, including a potential sponsorship deal with Red Bull. But more than that, there's a managerial angle to this. Partnership. Marco Rose, formerly of RB Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund, and Borussia Mönchengladbach, is believed to be high on the list of candidates for the Rangers job. And with Leipzig parting ways with the German tactician, the stars may be aligning. Not long ago, the idea of luring Rose to the Scottish Premiership might have seemed fanciful. But in football, timing and relationships are everything. The Red Bull link could give Rangers an edge over other suitors, especially with ownership changes, paving the way for a more ambitious recruitment strategy. Rose brings a level of experience and tactical acumen that could transform Rangers' style of play and elevate the club on the European stage once again. Sources close to the matter have confirmed that while he has offers from across Europe's top 5 leagues, the project at Ibrox is now a serious option on his table. Of course, he's not the only name in the mix. Steven Gerard, the man who guided Rangers to their historic title win in the 2021 season, is also reportedly being considered for a dramatic return. For many fans, Gerard remains a legend, someone who brought pride back to the badge. His legacy still carries weight in the stands and the dressing room. But this time, the decision will not be emotional. It will be strategic. The board must choose between the proven bond with Gerard or the fresh tactical expertise of someone like Rose. All of this is unfolding against the backdrop of recent controversies involving the fan base. A banner displayed before the recent draw against Celtic, featuring a provocative image and message, sparked widespread backlash and even a criminal investigation. Rangers were quick to condemn the display, stressing that such actions do not reflect the values of the club. The Fan Advisory Board has since met with club officials to discuss the incident and promise transparency moving forward. It's a reminder that even off the pitch, Rangers are constantly in the spotlight, and the standards expected at Ibrox remain sky high. As we look ahead to the summer, one thing is certain: the club is standing at a crossroad. The decisions made in the next few months, from the takeover to the managerial appointment to the future of players like Raskin, will shape the direction of Rangers for years to come. Change is coming. The question now is whether it will be the kind of change that brings titles and European nights back to Ibrox, or just another chapter of what could have been. With the winds of change swirling around Ibrox, it's not just about the boardroom or who'll be standing in the technical area come next season. The heartbeat of this club has always been its supporters, and recent events have tested the delicate balance between passion and responsibility. The banner unveiled before the 1-0 draw with Celtic didn't just spark headlines, it crossed the line. Displayed as both teams emerged from the tunnel, the image of Graeme Souness holding a shotgun with the words "Take aim at the rebel scum" stirred immediate backlash. It wasn't long before police got involved, and what was meant to be a visual show of defiance turned into the subject of a criminal investigation. The club didn't mince words in their response. In a rare and firm statement, Rangers made it clear that while they embrace a passionate fan culture, there are boundaries that must be respected. The message was unmistakable. Trust between the club and supporter groups has limits, and this particular display went beyond them. Rangers acknowledge that they've traditionally given fan groups a level of creative freedom, but stress that moving forward, that freedom must come with greater oversight and shared accountability. They committed to reviewing how future displays are managed, hinting at a new chapter in the relationship between the stands and the board. Following the incident, the Rangers Fan Advisory Board took swift action, holding a direct meeting with club leadership. According to the group, the discussion was robust and covered a range of concerns, but the banner issue was top of the agenda. They said that fans' voices were strongly conveyed, and while full details haven't yet been released, it's expected that the minutes from this 90-minute sit-down will be made public soon. It's a sign that communication channels are at least open, something that hasn't always been the case in the past. There's an understanding that while the club must protect its image and values, it must also respect the passion of those who fill the stadium every week. But as the dust settles from that off-pitch controversy, the urgency of matters on the pitch and in the office only grows. One name continues to hover over the manager's chair: Steven Gerrard, the same man who stopped Celtic's run of domestic dominance and brought Rangers their long-awaited title. The romantic pull of his return is undeniable. For many, it feels like unfinished business. Gerard left Ibrox to chase new challenges, but his bond with the club never broke. And now, with the managerial seat vacant and the club entering a new era of investment, the timing couldn't be more intriguing. However, this is not a simple decision. Gerard's managerial stock has dipped since his move to Aston Villa and more recently to the Saudi Pro League. While he remains respected and admired in Govan, there are questions about whether he's the right fit for the kind of long-term project the new owners envision. That's where Marco Rose re-enters the frame. His experience in Germany, his tactical nous and his familiarity with high-pressure environments make him a compelling option. More importantly, his ties to the Red Bull network, which Rangers are increasingly linked with through the 49ers Enterprises deal, may tip the scales in his favor. Sources have suggested that the potential Red Bull sponsorship is more than just branding. It could mean access to resources, expertise, and even player development opportunities that align with a modern footballing model. A manager like Rose, who understands and thrives in that kind of structure, could accelerate the transition Rangers are about to undergo. And with Red Bull teams known for their aggressive, high-energy playing style, it's a philosophy that could reignite the passion of the Ibrox faithful and produce a side capable of challenging domestically and in Europe. Of course, all this hinges on how quickly and decisively the new ownership moves. The plan is for 49ers Enterprises and Andrew Kavanagh to assume majority control in June, just as the transfer window opens and pre-season preparations begin. If the group wants to make a statement of intent, the appointment of a manager like Rose would certainly do that. It would show ambition, strategy, and a clear departure from the reactive short-term decisions that have plagued Rangers in recent years. On the other hand, if the club opts for Gerard, it could signal a desire to reconnect emotionally with supporters and return to a style and spirit that previously delivered results. Both paths carry risk. Rose might not adapt to the unique pressures of the Scottish Premiership, where expectations are relentless and the margin for error is razor thin. Gerard, despite his past success, might struggle to replicate what he achieved under different conditions. That's why this next appointment, coupled with the investment expected to follow, is so critical. Rangers can't afford another false dawn. The fan base is tired of promises and press releases. They want to see a clear vision backed by real action. At the same time, the squad needs more than just tweaks. It needs reinvention. The departure of players like Morelos and Kent without compensation still stings. It's a reminder of mismanagement that can no longer be repeated. Young talents like Raskin, if they're to be part of the future, must be either tied down on long-term deals or sold at peak value. There's no room for sentimentality. Every contract, every signing, every departure must serve the bigger picture. What's becoming clear is that Rangers stand at the beginning of a new chapter, one that could define the next decade of the club. The potential for transformation is enormous, but it depends entirely on the decisions made in the coming weeks. Ownership, management, recruitment, support, and trust. All are in play. The blueprint is being drawn up now, and if Rangers get it right, this summer could mark the start of something truly special at Ibrox. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. A wave of disbelief and fury has swept through the Rangers support this week after leaked images began circulating online, appearing to show a potential new away kit for the Ibrox club in the colour green, a move that many fans are calling unthinkable. The colour, closely associated with bitter city rivals Celtic, has long been considered taboo among the Rangers faithful, making the emergence of the alleged design nothing short of scandalous. The photos, though unconfirmed by the club, quickly went viral across social media platforms. The reaction was swift and ferocious. Supporters, stunned by the apparent departure from tradition, took to Twitter and fan forums to express outrage, with many calling it a slap in the face, and others questioning how such a decision could even be considered by the club's hierarchy. For generations, Rangers have worn red, white, and blue, colors steeped in history and identity. Green, by contrast, carries symbolic weight in the old firm rivalry, representing not just a rival team, but a deep cultural and sectarian divide. The mere suggestion that Rangers could don a strip even partially green has proven enough to send shockwaves through Govan. Club officials have remained tight-lipped amid the controversy, neither confirming nor denying the authenticity of the images. Some fans hope the design is either a hoax or a prototype never meant to see the light of day. Still, the uproar has reignited debate over modern football's commercialization, with critics accusing kit manufacturers of prioritizing profits and shock value over tradition and fan sentiment. As anticipation for the new season builds, many now watch closely, anxious for official word. Until then, the green kit rumor remains a sore spot, stirring passions in one of football's most fiercely loyal supporter bases. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.